Yes.
When Carter Brandon returned with the drinks, he found Uncle Mort sobbing softly to himself.
What's to do with you?
I was just thinking of Sam Chedroy. He copped his lot at the Somme, you know.
Did he?
Aye. So did Wallace Nutbrown, Tommy Lineker, Victor Hankinson, Ernie Rook, Norman and Sid Dyson and Lionel Nash with his boozer's nose. I wonder what they'd be doing now if they were still alive.
They'd probably be dead.
True, lad. Very true. What a waste of life, eh? Just think what they'd have achieved from life if death had not intervened. Well, take Sam Chedroy, for example. What a talent he'd got.
What was it?
Making rude noises.
Pardon?
Sam Chedroy could make the loudest rude noise I've ever heard in the whole of my life.
Could he?
Certainly. Or a work of art. He could have gone to the top of the tree in that field, could Sam Chedroy. And so could Wallace Nutbrown.
Oh, aye. Was he a trumper too?
No. What he had was this great talent for carving toy soldiers out of cows' shin bones.
I see. And could he make anything else?
Certainly. Scale models of Mexper trolleybuses. If he'd have survived, he'd have made a fortune carving carvings of Mexper trolleybuses. He could have become a tycoon with his own chauffeur. He could have had a yacht with proper masts and gone on continental holidays to Monte Carlo. And he'd have been bloody unbearable.
You what?
He'd have been unbearable, Carter, would Wallace Nutbrown. And mean? Mean wasn't the word for Wallace Nutbrown. When he joined up, he had a full packet of Ogden's golden tabs in his hip pocket. And I swear to God, it was still the same packet he had when he copped his lot at Vimy Ridge. When I smoked the last one, it tasted just like the inside of a bird's armpit. Of course, we're all a great conspiracy with the First World War.
Against who?
The north of England.
Oh.
It were them southerners what thought it all up, Carter.
Why?
Because they thought we was getting too stroppy in the north. Soon as the first northerner learned how to take the top off a bottle of dandelion and burdock, they thought to themselves, right, that's it. Them buggers in the north are getting too clever by half. We best do something about it. And they did. They declared war on the Kaiser. And who were the daft devils who fell into their trap and joined up, eh? The northerners. Millions and millions of northerners sent out as fodder for the bayonets and the machine guns and the Uhlans with their wax moustaches and spiked helmets. All those lives lost. All them grieving mothers and sweethearts. All that carnage.
And where were the southerners when all this was taking place?
Back home in Blighty, sucking Turkish delight and having their feet massaged by ladies. You never saw the southerners when there was trouble, Carter. And why? So that when the war was over and all the northerners was killed, the southerners could step in and take over our lands and our territory. They'd pillage our cities, defile our women folk and make us eat brown sugar and nice food.
Hey up, keep your voice down. People are looking at us.
Well, let them look. Let them bloody look. Carter?
Yes?
Do you like Abbott and Costello?
No, I can't stand them.
Good. Neither can I.
The two elderly men with the plastic shopping bags finished their drinks and shuffled to the door. The barman looked up from his pool's coupon, waved to them and said,
Ta-ra, Brynmore. Ta-ra, Marcus.
Ta-ra, Gordon. I hope you find your typing.
Uncle Mort stared silently at his pint for a moment. He probed the inside of his ear with a spent match, and then he said,
I once had a tortoise called Gordon.
Oh, aye? What happened to it?
I don't know. Must have got mislaid.
The thin-lipped, crotchety clock on top of the buttermart struck 1. Someone put a penny piece into the lifeboat collecting box on the bar. It dropped straight to the bottom with a thud. Glasses clinked. Dentures clanked. The room smelled of hollow chests and frayed trouser turn-ups.
Did I ever tell you about the football match we had with the enemy at Vimy Ridge on Christmas Day?
No.
They were right rum, really. We were sat in a trench minding our own business, when one of the enemy stuck his head over the parapet and asked us if we fancied having a football match.
And did you?
Aye. We thought to ourselves, why not? We've nothing much better to do apart from tantalising the horses. And it seemed like a good way of getting our own back for what they'd done to us at Wipers. So we rolled up our trousers, put on our tin helmets and went out to meet them on no man's land. By God, Carter, they were a ferocious sight.
Were they?
Certainly, lad, certainly. They looked inhuman, like wild animals. And of course we couldn't understand a bloody word they said.
Well, you wouldn't.
Certainly, lad, certainly. Any road, we kicked off, and that's when the bloodbath began. They're right back. He were a right dirty little sod. He'd a shaven head and scars all over the bridge of his nose, and every time you put the ball past him, he stuck out his leg and bit you on the arse when you fell over.
Did he?
Certainly, lad, certainly. Savages they was. And when we brought on the lemons at half-time, they ate the lot. Skin, pips and the pith. Then came the second half. Talk about carnage. The ref awarded us a penalty when their goalie stabbed Sid Slakehouse with his bayonet. Well, it were a clear case of illegal play, but would they have it? What the hell is like, Carter? They just waded in and threw the lot at us. Snipers, machine guns, trench mortars, mountain howitzers, the whole works. Not a thought of playing the ball. They had to get the cavalry in to separate us, finally.
I see. And who won?
Scotland. They beat us 5-0.
That was Fallen Comrades. Stephen Thorne played Uncle Mort, Peter Skellen played Carter Brandon, the doorman was played by Steve Hodson, the barman by Alan Dudley, and Marcus by John Sampson. The narrator was Christian Rodska. Uncle Mort's North Country is written by Peter Tinniswood and produced by Pete Atkin.